should learn from your mistakes and only your mistakes. You should do and explore the world by your own terms. You should do everything you want to do in life and not be controlled by what the media tells you to do and what everyone else tells you to do. You should explore the earth and make mistakes, and those mistakes should teach you. Not being trapped in a building, filing paperwork, and hating your life, and then coming home and relaxing for 2 days, and then you have to go back to work for 5 more days. And then getting a small paycheck, and then using that money to survive. You should be able to travel anywhere in the world, which you can do. You can do that. The only reason I'm not doing that is because I have no car. I wouldn't be here right now. I would stop making YouTube videos. The only times I would is if I had a Wi-Fi connection. I would throw away all my electronics, go completely green, as in I would stop someplace, land that doesn't belong to me, abandon land off the grid, and I would plant all the seeds I have, start my life away from society, throw away all my medication for my seizure meds, because you know what? Your mindset controls your brain. The more you take a drug, the more you require it. If I just stopped taking my drug, I would have seizures. The longer you stay in this area, where there's cell phones, computers, TVs, all around you in a suburban neighborhood, the more EMF waves pass through your brain. And this is completely true. And the higher percent chance you have of having cancer. And the dumbasses in this world say, you're going to get cancer no matter what. The dumb fucks say you're going to get cancer no matter what. When EMF waves pass through your body and your brain, they cause holes in your brain, which leak brain fluid. When you eat healthy and have antioxidants, it fixes those holes. I always have AKA. It's hard to say. It's a tongue twister. It repairs. It's very healthy for you. You can get it at Whole Foods, Sprouts, or Trader Joe's. Okay, so my point is, when you get away from all these electronics, you're already becoming healthier. You really are. When you're getting around all greenery and plants, which is all dying because of the EMF waves from these electronics. So if you just get into a forest away from these electronics, there will be no dead plants. China is your best bet, but you can't own land in China. You can only pay to temporarily have the land. And America is not much different. You have to pay property taxes on the land you own, if you didn't know that. Which is the same thing almost, but China is a bit different. You have to pay more money. So you never really own the land you have. That's why I'm going to go to land and live off grid and never pay for the land I live on. Because no one, like I said before, should have to pay for land. Everything should be free. No one should have to rule over another person. It's power. People get too much power and they think they're better than other people. No one is better than another person. Everyone is equal. And when you say that, I'm going to say this. When you say that to a black person on the street, and you say that a white person is equal to a black person, they get so mad because you know what? 1 billion years ago, there was slavery. And you know what? And now, today, we don't even treat them equal, still. So they get mad when you say that we're equal. But you know what? If you treat them equally, then we're equal. If at the moment that person is treating you equally, I treat them equally. If you treat them equally, then just say thank you. Don't get mad. Don't be a little bitch and get mad. Just say thank you. Be a person and be nice to another person. Have a heart for another person. Understand? Or are you going to use slang? I made a point on the internet. It was mean, but it was true. My sister doesn't like black people anymore. Want to know why? Because one shot another one in front of her. She was walking down the street at night and with her friends, and one of them shot another one of them in front of her, and she was lucky enough to live because he ran away. I'm not saying white people can't shoot white people. There's just a super high chance that a black person will shoot more than a white person. And white people, different places in the world, will shoot a lot of people. Trust me, they will. It's not only black people that shoot people. But we act in society like it's only black people that shoot people. Honestly, we do. Because in the news, we report that black people shoot black people. We never report how white people shoot white people. It's always just, when it's a white person, we rub it off. Like it's not that big of a deal. We don't make it a huge deal. I'm going to take that out of the oven. All I'm saying is that society is fucked up. And I want to get away from it. I really want to just get away from society. And when I tell people that they need to make themselves happy before they make other people happy, they laugh at me. Why do you laugh at me? When I tell you to make yourself happy before you try to please other people, why is that funny? Can you give me a reason why that's funny? I'm being completely serious right now. Why is that funny? I see you as a person who doesn't know what they want in life. I'm an indigo. I was born knowing what I wanted in life. By the age of 9, I was either 9 or 10, my teacher wanted us to kind of draw what we wanted in life in the future years. And I drew a camp. I drew a camp for other people. I wanted to help other people and make a camp for other people. As I grew up, I wanted a house. But then I thought, I don't want just a house for me. I want to help other people. And as I got older, more into adult age, I wanted to use my money to build a civilization for other people. And now to this age, all these fucking stupid things that are happening in the world, I see that you can't actually own land and be free anymore. You're watched all the time in America. There's cameras everywhere, and lots of people don't realize this. Or they don't want to. So I say, fuck it. Why don't we just grab land, get the people we want to get, and let them live there with you? If you've ever seen the movie The Village, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was modern day time, but the elders in the village never told the new generations that it was modern day time. They acted like it was old village time. And they scared them by keeping them inside the village. And they hid in the forest like monsters to scare them and keep them in the village. And that's not a bad idea. Honestly, you get your friends who also believe in the cause you believe in and start your own area. Because the world is about to become a war. And when you tell people this kind of stuff, they think you're crazy because they're hypnotized by what the media tells them. They watch music videos of stupid shit. They watch TV of stupid shit. They don't care about the things that are happening on Earth. They don't. They don't care anymore. You know what we should be doing? We should be rioting. The Boston riot, where the black dudes were causing shit and destroying everything, you know what? That was very hateful and it made me feel really bad. And since I feed off negative emotions and happy emotions, since I'm an empath, it bugged me. But you know what? It also gave me a good message. It said, hold on. It said, these guys are sick and tired of how the world is. So they actually were doing what I was thinking. They're taking things for free. They're stealing things. But like I said in another video, things shouldn't cost money. Nothing should cost money. Everything should be free because everything can be made for free. If people didn't care about currency and everything was just free, housing was free, everything was free, everything would be made for free. Things would be made for free. If everything was given for free, everything would be made for free. So back to the thing, when they were stealing and they were breaking things, they were sick and tired of society. It's just, the world is falling apart and the media literally shows us, but we ignore it. No one cares. Everyone should care. You should care about what's happening in the world right now. But you don't. You really don't. See this? You see this chicken? I soaked it in AKA. I can't say that. I really can't. AKA. AKA. Oh. ALK. ALA. Fucking. I can't. See this? Since kids are getting dumber, if you don't know what this is, it's a lemon. Since I'm losing hope in the next generation, they aren't getting any smarter. If you warm up water like tea, and you squeeze this into the water, it will alkalize your body and make you healthier. If you put this in cold water and add sugar to it, it makes lemonade, and it's very unhealthy for your body. There's a good fact. This stuff, if you consume a large amount of it before bed, you'll wake up feeling energized like me, and you'll have very realistic dreams, and it will fix your brain overnight. So what does this all mean? Let's reflect. I want a better life, and when I try to help other people, I get discouraged. So I've learned to stop telling other people, because either they think I'm crazy, or they just don't care. There's a girl in my class, I won't say her name, she has the same vision as me. But instead of not saying anything, she says too much, and she always tells everyone, and no one responds or listens to her. She just runs her mouth and talks, and no one listens to her. And you know what? I used to be the same way, and no one listened to me. They looked at me and acted like, oh, he's talking again. You know what? My grandpa did that too. And no one listened to him. When you say smart things, no one listens to you. My grandpa would always say, we have to invest in gold. The government is run by the mafia, and I just thought he was crazy. And then a year later, I did so much research, like months of research on Google. And everyone will always tell you, well, Google can be wrong sometimes. Well, you know what? When you do research on one site, and then you do research on another site, and then another site, and then another site, and then another site, and then another site, and they all say the same thing, It's probably accurate. And then someone will say, well, one site could have copied another site, and then another site. And then I'm like, oh, really? 15 sites just copied each other. That's a really big coincidence. It's a huge coincidence that 15 sites just all copied the same information on everything I looked up and researched. Everything. You know what? I learned nutrition, human anatomy, the government, all that stuff I learned online. If I was to take a college course and learn it in college, I wouldn't have learned anything. Want to know why? I think college is bullshit. Why the fuck? Why the fuck would I go and pay my money, my hard-earned money, to a building and get put into a classroom, another building, and have to pay for supplies, to read a book, to do homework, to get grades, to get a piece of paper to say I'm qualified to work a job I don't want? When I could go on the internet, I could listen or read everything with no homework. I could read the specific things I need to learn, not a huge book, only the bullet points of what I actually need to learn in the important parts, and have that in my mind forever. And not pay a dime for it. You could go to Starbucks and leech the Wi-Fi and have all that information to yourself. Why would I pay more than $1,000 to go to college when I could learn all of it for free? Can you give me a good response and tell me why? Can you? And if you can, you're probably a follower. You probably don't know what's happening in the world. You're a PC, politically correct person. You constantly think the world is amazing. And you're going to insult this video a lot because you just don't know. You don't know what's happening in the world. You think you do. And it's not from paranoia. There was one point in my life when I was paranoid. I read too much about the government and what they're doing. And if you read too much at once, you can become paranoid. And a lot of people do, and that's how conspiracy theories just pop up. With the 9/11 thing, there was so many cartoons that had the 9/11 crash in them, which was weird. But I didn't grab onto that and get sucked into it and go crazy over it. I didn't want to become that kind of crazy person. So instead, I just did tons of research on it. Like, the 23rd of September was supposed to be the day everyone died. But I didn't freak out about it. I didn't go crazy about it. You can't be super paranoid over shit like this. But when you read the facts, when you read the news about what's happening in the world, you piece together the things that are happening and you say, oh, this is a possibility. You don't say, this is going to happen because these things are happening in cartoons, and this could happen, and Jesus is going to come, and this is going to happen. Crap like that. I hate crap like that. It's annoying. I don't know how much more time my phone can take. I don't really say anything anymore here because my grandparents don't listen to me. Grandparent. The other one's a step-grandpa. But when I'm in public places, he says he's my grandpa, which embarrasses me because he acts weird. He's not my grandpa. He's my step-grandpa. And if that makes him mad, I don't know why, because he is my step-grandpa. Anything makes them mad. If I'll tell them a truth, it will make them mad. They can't handle truth at all, ever. They'll just start. I see them as chickens sometimes when they start yelling back or getting mad. They won't listen to what I'm saying. They'll just start. It's really annoying. But if anyone wants to leave and they have a car and they have seeds and I don't know if you need this, a weapon, a gun. To me, I don't need that because I'm not the kind of person who wants that. I'm the kind of person who wants to hide and live a peaceful life. If you want that, you can look up tiny homes or Tiny House Nation. They're tiny houses that can connect to a car. They have a toilet, they have a bed, and they have a kitchen. And that's all you really need. And you can take it anywhere in the world. You can take it off grid. The thing is, with those, the reason I wouldn't want one is because, well, you could. I guess I could have one, but they range up to 5,000 to 20,000. And the point is, if you don't have a lot of money, you may have to build one, but it's really just cheaper to get the supplies. And if you have a car or a van, drive out somewhere that's abandoned or off grid and build a house out of nothing. It's just cheaper. My dream in life is to get stranded on a. This is fun. This may sound funny to people, but it's not. It's really not funny. It's honestly a really good idea. And if I ever disappear, and I'm going to stare at the camera, if I ever disappear and my family can't find me, this is a way to find me. If if I ever disappear and any of my family members bother to try to find me, my life's goal, my life's plan and dream is to get stranded on an island. And the reason why is because there's no electricity on an island. There's no electronics on an island. There's just greenery, trees, oxygen, because trees produce oxygen, which is good for you. I'll be able to plant all the plants I've ever wanted to. I can build a house out of trees. All I'll need is a knife, a hunting knife, to cut down things, to hunt. You say I'm not able to hunt. Anyone can hunt. It's a basic natural survival thing. If I died on the island, I'm not afraid of death. I'm really not afraid of death. The place I was planning on leaving to was near Santa Cruz, where I live. If my family ever found me on the island, I wouldn't come back. I would stay on the island because it would be safer. By the time probably 2020 kicked along, it wouldn't be safe anymore because America is not safe. It's becoming not safe. And everyone should evacuate. You may not think so, but when my grandpa before said that gold was going to become the new currency and the American dollar's failing, no one believed him. Everyone laughed at him. But you know what? The American dollar is going to change in a month, so he was right. Sometimes you should just listen to what people say. You shouldn't laugh at them. Even if you think that their ideas are crazy, you should shake your head up and down, and say, oh, okay. Even if you don't agree with them, just shake your head up and down and act like you're agreeing with them. Let the thought sink into your mind, even if you don't agree with it. Just let it be there. Remember it. But my dream is to build a house out of cement on an island because you know what? No one's ever done that. And if you build a house out of cement, it can be protected from hurricanes, floods, fires. Do you get it? You think I'm going to use wood? And I'm going to dig an underground? No one really thinks smart. I think really smart, and when I do, I get laughed at. I'm going to end this video before 40 minutes. It's almost at 40 minutes because my phone's going to run out of juice. So, goodbye everyone. I hope anyone listened to this. Yeah. And before I go, did you know that the NSA actually listens to all your conversations on the computer? They also can see through all your cameras, and when you accept through Facebook, they can see all your messages, all your posts, all your pictures, everything. If you didn't know that, they can see everything you post, no matter what. If you don't think that's creepy, they can see everything you do on your computer. So download the Tor browser so they can't see anything you do. Bye.